Hi everyone, I'm back again to talk about one of my favorite summer products. I know the YouTube world has been just talking about summer essentials, you know, bronzing and tanning and sunscreen and all that kind of good stuff, but actually one of my favorite summer products is gel moisturizers. They're kind of the lighter sister of lotions, and I just been loving them so much. I have really dry skin and very dehydrated skin, so I always suffer from dry patches even if it's the summertime. The only difference now is that in the summertime my skin goes from very dry to combination and dry. So my T-zone gets pretty oily, but everywhere else it's still, you know, dry, still deal with flaky skin and dry patches and things like that. So I don't want to use, you know, heavy creams and, you know, day creams and all that kind of stuff just because I just feel like it weighs down my face so much. So I have been testing 3 different products and this summer, and I feel like they've been working really well for me. So I've kind of incorporated them, you know, as a kind of a staple within my skincare, at least for the summer. And I want to talk about from the thinnest consistency to the thickest one. And the thinnest one is the Vitamin E Moisture Serum. And this is actually a pre-moisturizer treatment. So you're supposed to tone your skin, put this one on first, and then put on your, you know, regular moisturizer and then your sunscreen. And this one, I'll show you, kind of gives you 1 pump. That's about 1 pump. And really 1 pump is probably a little too much for a whole face. I usually, if I do a whole pump, I'll put it on my face and then I'll put it down my neck. And I don't know if you can see from the reflection here, but it's very, very liquidy. So it is a gel, but it's almost like water, I feel like. So it sinks in really, really fast. And I've just been really loving this, especially for those days when it's really hot outside, really humid. I always put on sunscreen no matter what. Even if it's raining outside in December, I'll always put on sunscreen. But in the summer, I really amp up my sunscreen protection, and so I've been using Shiseido's sunscreen, not the one that where you shake, but the one in the little tube. It's about this big. It's like 50 SPF for face, and that one is actually pretty thick. And so on days when I know I'm going to be driving a lot, or I know it's going to be particularly trafficy in the morning, I'll, you know, tone my face. I'll put this serum on because it's really thin, wait till it sinks in, which is really fast, and then put on my Shiseido sunblock. And I've really been liking that. I've actually used the Body Shop Aloe version. That one's supposed to be for just protecting your skin from, you know, pollution, smog, all the kind of environmentally bad effects that, you know, stuff in the air. And I've used that one, and I actually think that one produced better results, but I kind of had an allergic reaction to it. I didn't break out into hives or anything, but every time I put it on, my face would burn. And so when I talked to the customer service rep at Body Shop, they said to stop using it because that's not normal. And I read on some other reviews that some people had the same reaction. But I don't know, I feel like it definitely did better for my skin, but I was too scared to try it again. And I know Essie Button on YouTube really loves that, so that's why I tried it, and I was really sad that it didn't work for me, although I feel like I got better results compared to the Vitamin E one. The next one I want to talk about is I feel like it's like probably the one that should set the standard for gel moisturizers and gel creams, and that's the Clinique Moisture Surge Extended Thirst Relief, and this is also one of the most expensive ones. Right now I just have a little sample one I think I got from one of my subscription boxes, but I have used the full size before, and I love it. The only reason I didn't repurchase it at the time is because it was so expensive. And it looks like this inside. It's like a light pink color. It doesn't smell like anything like most Clinique stuff. It's just fragrance free. That's kind of the consistency of it. As you can tell, it's a lot thicker than the serum, obviously. I don't know if you can see that. And I feel like it's just a really good balance. Like, it moisturizes your skin. It feels really cool. It sinks in really fast. And it's just been doing, I feel like this one has been probably the most effective for my skin, especially when I get really bad dry patches around my hormonal acne. because even if my acne doesn't break the skin and it's just underneath the surface, the skin around it is just always gets really dry, and my makeup doesn't really go on very smoothly. And so once I started using this one again, it just kind of really solved that problem. So I think when I finish using this, I'm gonna have to buy the full size. The last one I'm going to talk about is kind of a unique one. It's from a Korean skincare and makeup brand called Skinfood. This is the Royal Honey Hydro Cream, and I just love the packaging so much. If you don't know Skinfood, they package their products so well. This little tag with the little bumblebee just really sealed the deal, really made me want to buy it. And it smells so good. It just smells like really clean honey scent. It doesn't smell floral at all, and it just smells really nice. I'm going to show you the texture. So you can see it's pretty similar to the Clinique one as far as how it feels. It might be a little bit more jelly-like, I feel like almost like it's about to separate, but it doesn't. And this one I just love because it's so cooling. I think it's the most cooling out of all of the other ones, and it actually, I feel like, sits on your skin a bit longer. So I love using this at nighttime. So especially after I've washed my face, if I tend to do a mask or anything like that, since I was stripping my face with the mask, I like putting this one on right after, letting it sink in a little bit, and then putting, you know, my regular night cream on after. But even on those nights when it's really hot and I know I need moisturizing, or else the next morning I'm going to be really dry, I love using this because I feel like it's just kind of cooling. It sits on your face a bit longer than the Clinique one, so I just feel like it's working, you know. So I really like it. Price points, this one is about maybe $10 cheaper than the Clinique one, but you do get more. You get almost 2 ounces with this one. However, I do want to say that this brand in Korea is probably like a hybrid between a drugstore and a body shop. It's probably in the middle there. So it's not the best brand. I know they don't put a lot of they don't really put a lot of the good ingredients in here. They try to use some natural products, like at least one natural product in all of their items. But I really like Clinique just because they tend to be really like hypoallergenic, fragrance free, you know, and that just, you know, it's another thing that I don't have to worry about. And it's a brand that a lot of people trust. So I like using this one. The Skinfood one is nice though, so I think if you're on a budget and you want to buy a gel moisturizer, try Skinfood. This Royal Honey line is supposed to target dry skin, so I really like it. Yeah, so that's kind of my little blurb about, you know, gel moisturizers and the ones that I like this summer. If you have oily skin, I definitely say, you know, try it out. You'll probably love it even more because now you don't have to, you know, slather on this thick, you know, moisturizer on top of, you know, sunscreen and all that kind of stuff. So you might really fall in love with it. I have dry skin. It's been working great for me, but only because I use such a thick sunscreen. So yeah, it's been really good. If you use a gel moisturizer as well that you really like that I didn't talk about, definitely leave me a comment below just telling me what the name is. I'd love to try it. Hopefully they have it at Sephora so I can get a sample of it first. But yeah, if you go to Body Shop, you can get a sample of this, and if you go to Sephora, you can get a sample of the Clinique one.